Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're at the Barking Riverside London Overground extension today on July 18, 2022, and we're going to go get on the first train. Stick around. Quickly before we get into the video, if you like what you see, do hit the like button and subscribe for future updates. Thanks very much, and with that, let's get into it. So the first train out is the 0533 from Barking Riverside, which is the train you can see now on the furthest platform. From 5 in the morning, we had a small crowd turn up ready to see the opening. And in the next shot, we're going to see the grand opening itself. Now in this video, do watch through because we did get an exclusive tour from the project leaders themselves about the project, which I'll show you after this clip.
You saw how they were running.
Yeah. That's nice. This is nice. To think at the other end of the line is just the load.
Helping to sort of expand the development at Barking Riverside. So we've been here for about 3.5 years now. So building this train line, it's not just the station, so everyone looks at the station and thinks, we've got a station, but actually there's 4.5 kilometres of train line that have come into actually getting a train into this position. So through it all, we've had about 86 closures of the rail line to allow us to do all the new alignments of the track, the overhead lines, the signal lane, and then everything else that goes with making a rail line operate. We built viaducts, so the viaduct's about 1.5 kilometres in length. So the biggest span's about 40 metres in length, goes over the top of the DB Cargo freight yard, so one of the biggest freight yards in London. Also, we put piles down to about 45 metres, so the foundations go down between the tunnel railway tunnels. So they go about 3 metres from the actual running tunnel that carries the HS1 trains, and then comes down through sort of the super Barking Riverside development into the station. The station itself, it will take 5-car trains eventually, taking 4-car at the moment. room for a bit of development, and hopefully we'll create a great centrepiece to the development. So yeah, that's a bit of a summary. I could give you more details, but after being dropped in it, any questions?
Liam's been here about, what, 4 years? 3.5 years?
3.5 years.
And honestly, I mean, I obviously can't say any words, but Liam and the team, another chap, Steve Ballaston, the project director, have done, and you'll see when you go downstairs, it feels like London. This is proper London. You know, I know Darren will say this is the most important borough in London, and I think this just goes to show it is. And you'll see when you go around. There's still a fair bit to do, but this day is just phenomenal. Now, while Louis here, because Louis missed the boat, I just want to say, Louis and Liam, and there's a team around you as well from the DRL, have done a phenomenal job here, and it's quite a proud day for us. I'd like you to say a few words.
Okay, let me say a few words. Yeah, thank you everyone. I think a lot of contribution here. I think one thing is deeply special. I think you take out of yourself. So Max actually leading the company, to actually get this point. 9 years ago, you are the promoter to try to get the money to activate this point.
Where is the money bags?
Yes, so we spent about 9 years to get this project, get to the debate to this point. I think when you join, there's nothing here, nothing on this side. That's like everything is mud. Yeah, I think you need to help yourself to get the company to this point. So we actually.
Going, aren't you soon? When do you lock the door?
No, I'll be around for a while.
So we're going to be here for another 15 years.
So Christmas will be about them.
Come back, mate. Make sure you come back.
If you're right.
Well, look, enjoy the tour. Liam will take us around. Thank you all for coming. Amazing. I can't believe how many people have got the train at 6 in the morning. Well done.
So we're in the paid side of the concourse, the unpaid side of the concourse out there. I think one of the great things about the station as well is the amount of cycle parking we've got. So it does connect into sort of a big cycle parking bay. So hopefully people will ride the bikes here and then be able to get the train over to. Perfect, we've got one example here. And then get the train over to into Barking and into London. So in terms of the actual structure of the building, behind you there and there, that's one of the piers that holds up the actual rail line. So there's 57 of those piers across the whole job. The ones in the station are a little bit different. You can walk through the middle of them. The rest of them, if you get further up on the viaduct, are all solid piers, so span all the way across. So the actual structure itself has piles that go down to about 30 metres in depth around this sort of area. Then you've got a big pile cap that sits on top of it and a pier wall, like the concrete that's there. Sitting on top of that are precast concrete beams, which on top of that is the bridge deck. So it's a fairly significant civil structure. In terms of the team that came sort of built this station, so we've got a good mix of the TfL, Morgan Sindel and Bob Fitzpatrick teams, but also a huge amount of the suppliers that have come in to make sure that actually we have the specialists required to actually construct something like this. So there's probably been about 600-700 people that have worked on this project throughout the lifespan of it, from the JV side, and obviously a huge amount of other people that have sort of created the bigger team, the wider team to fund it, develop it, do all the planning constraints, look after the environment and everything else that's needed to produce a job like this. So one that obviously the team here are extremely proud of. One of the big things that we try to do on this job as well is provide a lot back to the local community. So doing a lot of work with VRL in the local borough to make sure that we help the school. We've done community garden projects, sponsored sports teams that have done quite a lot of work in the community as well. So that's been a big factor, and I know it's a big factor in sort of what VRL do. So really important thing that as a civil engineering firm that we don't come in, make a racket and pollute the place for 3 years and then run away again. So actually bringing things to the community is definitely what we want to be doing. So any questions about this area of the station or anything?
Why would we need a station here?
Because
Why do we need a where's Jeremy Grin? Why do we need a station here, Jeremy? Whose idea was it?
To put Barking Riverside on the map and make it, genuinely make it part of London.
So everybody, this is Jeremy Grinn. He was the director of regen planning and everything at the council at the time, for a long time, wasn't he? And it was his idea, conceived, for this area. And we're building 10,800 homes, for those of you who don't know. Is that all? Maybe a few more. And yeah, it's incredible, isn't it, to stand there and...
Proud day, isn't it?
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, a lot of people. But there's more to see.
There is more to see.
So go and have a look.
Yeah, let's keep going.
We haven't rehearsed this, by the way.
The station got two entrances. So this side is actually the entrance to the main development. So the construction. Yeah. So what happened here is the main square for the station. So hopefully in 3 months' time it will complete. So if you go to the river Thames, this is the direction you can get to the Thames Keeper as well. So in April we actually open a boat with boat service. You can come on the train and then get out on the boat as well. Go to actually Central London. So do you want to explain about here as
Yeah,
well?
let's go into the cycle store, so we'll go through those doors, and then we'll go and have a bit of a walk from that side. I think probably the best option, so we'll get head into the cycle store, and then we'll just go up that front entrance. One of the great things I like about this place is actually you can see the structure of the bridge. So actually in the concourse you've got the back lane that provides the acoustic protection, but in here, hence it being anyway, you don't have any full ceilings or acoustics. So actually these are the beams that make up about a kilometre of the actual structure itself. Anything else to say in here? Obviously, once this is all opened up, it will lead out straight into, as William mentioned, straight into the main square. So you'll just be able to go out into the development and see everything that Matt and his team from DRL are actually developing out there, and over straight into the Clipper as well. So we'll have really good, well, it does have really good transport access.
So what's the CCTV here?
There are a lot of cameras, so they all connect in with the central ARL London Overground system. So in the control room, just sort of next to the ticket machines, we've got access to all those cameras, and then Swiss Cottage, which is where the overground lines are controlled from. They all go back to that, so they can ensure this place is secure.
These weren't here.
They weren't there, so they apparently all taking the bikes up onto the train. So yeah, that's they are newly installed. Yeah. It's definitely one of the better ones, isn't it? So, yeah, no, it's a good cycle still. So, really good provision.
So actually you should try the first part. They were.
They're right, hey.
Fine, shall we do it? Yeah. There you go.
Lift your guys out.
First one to use
Okay, should we go out in front of the station? Okay, so this is suppose probably the highlight of Barking Riverside Station, the external view, which fits in with the station square and is going to be one of the focal points for the whole BOL development. So architecturally, architecture is one of those subjective things, but I think it is. I think everyone here would say a really good, an impressive looking station.
Award-winning
station. So, award-winning station. So the glazing obviously gives you the great views out of the Thames and great views out of the development. The weathering steel finish is one that's been used quite a lot on stations around London, and does give, as well as sort of an easily maintainable station, a really good view and good impression for externally. So I think it is a really impressive station structure. Obviously feeds into the viaduct, so as I mentioned, the viaduct structure runs all the way through this and then carries on. You look over to sort of the north up there, carries on through the rest of it. So just to point out a couple of other key people that are hiding in the background. So some of the other key people from the joint venture. So you've got Shay, who's not from the joint venture, he's from TfL, who's been sort of a great asset and sort of helping us construct the station, making sure that we get it right, get the quality right straight away.
Well done, Shay.
Making sure it's safe. We've got Julian, who's the senior works manager for the joint venture, who has been here for 3 years and has been instrumental in getting this station in, from making sure that we got the platform needed to get vehicles onto site, through to making sure the last bit of paint touch-up's done, seen it all through. We've got Sharon. We wouldn't actually be able to do anything without Liam Evans, who has site engineered this station.
Yeah, well done,
So if anything's in the wrong place, it's his fault. We've got Anric at the back, who has been on the site for 3 years as well. David Talk, Jack. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose. Yeah. So now we've got a huge number of people that form the team, and without, I'm not going to be able to name every single person that's here, but actually without every single one of them, we wouldn't have overcome the challenges that we have had on this project. So as with any engineering project, there are always challenges. So services has been one of the big things in this project. So all the services aren't always where they should be, and that means things need to get redesigned. So piers are being redesigned, services are being moved to make sure that actually we can construct the railway. So we've also had a number of other challenges throughout, but actually, as I say, the team that we've got on the project with BOL, TfL and the JV have made sure that we actually overcome them all. Okay?
Well, so we're going to wrap up, aren't we? That's
Well,
the goal.
unless you, yeah.
And if you've got time, what I'd suggest you do, go and have a look at the river. So if you go down that route there, and there's also, if you've got time, go and have a look at the Clipper station, which opened about a month ago now. So it's been open about 4 weeks, and we've had 22,000 people use it in the first 2 months. So it's worth going and have a look at that. And you can actually get the boat out, or you can get the train back, or whatever. So it's all open. But thanks again to Liam for saying a few words, and Louis, and yeah, enjoy your tour of the area. Thanks everyone.
Are you ready? Ready?
This is the train to Gospel Oak.
These ones don't want to be as
Next station, Barking.
I'm anxious to see that yeah, they're filming it, girl. They're filming it.
Change here for District Line, Hammersmith and City Line, and National Rail Services. We strongly recommend you wear a face covering over your nose and mouth at all times when using any TfL services and stations. It's there to protect us all. Some exemptions apply. Please be considerate and remember that exemptions may not always be visible or obvious.
Last time we saw him between Green and Lima.
does make this a little more pleasant than it actually is.
Yeah, remember the video that you dropped. Yeah, I think you dropped one to jackets.
These are in the, I guess you're
It's quite smooth.
It was just wasted. No.
busiest service to train 60. No, Elizabeth. Oh, really? It's an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, that's some time. I'm not waiting an hour to get back. And then the next
one going back, but it's going to be a place to go.
I think that's the timetable, so it's I don't professional. I used to take
It's more easy coming out than going back to it.
oh, what about this
At least come back there and high.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the slight delay. We've just been held on a red signal as off the train runway before. I'm freight train to clear up path. Thank you.
At least it got air conditioning.
I like that, like, the content done like the wrong formatting. I got the
Can't get the Elizabeth line. Can't get the Elizabeth line. It's not start until 6:30. Like that. 2 minutes. I mean, might be close to 6. Is it because no? Is it because Is that a norm?
Maybe it's just really map, but it's the it's for us. I'm using ski map and it's specifically for us. Yeah, but they're not aware that we are monitoring. Yeah, but it literally says that this is my Well, you say ski map is it is. First train of the day to Fox, right? So it's 6:30 a.m. I don't understand. Oh, but like this is not the central section.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe it's so maybe what you're seeing is a train that doesn't
Okay, yeah. So it goes to traffic. No, but where we go? I'm not going to
So what do you do?
And then, I think so.
You are now. I am now. I am. What's morning? This is your wife.
And was she going to slap him up? Yeah. See those in it, yeah.
Well, it's pretty busy now.
So that was the first train out of Barking Riverside. You find us here now at Woodgrange Park. We're waiting for the first service now back into Barking Riverside. So far it's been a brilliant experience, so well done London Overground and TfL. But we've got a 40-minute wait now, so I'll catch you in a bit when we're back on that one.
Have you ever been first into a new station before, Darren?
No. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, David. How are you? See you again.
So many people.
So this is where we'll have a chance to breathe. This is the thing ready for class to breathe. This will be the second stage. Here we go. That's it. Suddenly it becomes
Just on the front of the carriage.
Okay. Well done to make it.
Did you get on the first train?
We have one brochure.
Very nice.
We're already here.
Oh, wow.
Enjoyed giving up.
Some of them are.
Exciting time. It's very nice.
We'll wait till the life can be.
Last July we walked. Do you remember in the place?
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, it was nearby.
Well, it's interesting to like feel
Well, we're working well with it. We're working with Is this the station? Yes. He's like, yeah. Yeah. I didn't recognise that.
Yeah.
There it is. So cool. Where are we, guys? Where are we? Riverside. Are we there yet?
Oh, that's going to be excellent. And then the square's going.
So that's it everybody, thanks for watching. That was the first train out of and into Barking Riverside. If you like what you've seen, do hit the subscribe button, hit the like, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.